Welcome to the next training of SAP HCM module. In the last training session, we completed the down payment for vendors. In today's training, we'll be doing customer down payment. Basically, we know down payment is all about what is a special GL indicator, why we create it, and all those things. We discussed when we have completed the vendor down payment and how we create the alternative reconciliations accounts and all. The customer down payment is very much similar to the vendor down payment. In customer down payment also, down payment can be done in two ways. One is a down payment request can be prepared, can be requested, and another is without creating a request, as we did both in the vendor case. So when going in customer down payment, it basically means the advances from a customer for the work or for the sales done, for the manufacturing to be done, and all those things. So whenever advance or down payment is to be received from the customer, in a practical scenario it can be done in two ways. First is to create a down payment request, customer down payment request, and against that request the advance payment can be received from the customer. This is one of the scenario which we'll be covering in today's training. And the another part is that there is no request, you can directly receive the advance payment in the SAP system. So these both the cases we have discussed and we have done practically in the vendor down payment as well. It's the same way things will move, but the difference is that there is a customer, earlier there was a vendor. So moving on to customer down payment. So in customer down payment, again we will be having a special GL indicator which I used for posting customer down payment, as used in the vendor down payment as well. Advance payment can be made in two ways. As said, first is a down payment request and another is a down payment without any request. There's only two configuration steps which we will be doing in this part, because it's a very small part of customization. The first thing is we will be creating a GL master, that is advanced to customer account or advanced from customer account, and this will work as a alternative reconciliation account for the customer master. We already discussed earlier as well that there will be an alternative reconciliation account in the vendor. The same purpose is over here, that the reconciliation account or the GL account which is assigned in the customer master, in case of down payment it will be replaced with an alternative reconciliation account, that is advance from customer. So we'll first be following the first step is to create a ledger account for advance from customer, and the second is we will be defining the alternative reconciliation account for customer down payment. It basically means that we will be defining a special GL indicator where we will be assigning the alternative reconciliation account against the actual reconciliation account for the customer. So after doing these two configuration steps, we will be doing the unit testing, that how the down payment business transactions can be executed in the SAP system. So moving up to the first, that is creating GL account for advance from customer. So first we'll be creating a GL, and this advance from customer has to be taken under which head has to be decided. So when you receive advance from a customer, it is basically a part of your short-term liabilities, because against that when the whole sales will be done, then this advance payment will be set off with that particular sale. So this customer advance from customer is a part of basically liabilities. So for creating a GL account we need to go to the transaction code FS00. So we'll go to FS00, enter, Now in this we need to fill a code over here, that with which code we want to create the ledger account. So first you need to decide that this particular account will be a part of your asset, liabilities or expenses or income. So as we discussed that advance from a customer is a liability for any organization, and that is also a short-term liability. So first we'll be taking a number from the liability part which is available for creation. So for that we need to go and we need to see the list of the GL account. So let's open the list of the accounts. So as you can see, there is a list of accounts over here, and you can see in that the first things which is starting with 1 is a part of asset, which you can check in the account group. The second is starting with the number 2. This number 2 is starting is a part of your liabilities which you need to take care. So in this liability part, 2 0 0 0 0 0 is already there, 0 1 is there, 0 2 is there. So the next sequence available for creation is 0 3. So what we will be doing is we'll be creating in sequence to this. So the next number I will be taking is 0 3, which is available for me for creating. So this is what the number which I will be creating for advance from customer. So if I need to take the number over here, and then we'll have to go to this create. So create, and here I need to select the group head. So it's basically a part of liability. I will be selecting the liabilities, and liability is a part of balance sheet account, so I need to select the balance sheet account. Then you need to fill the detail of the ledger account over here, that is advance from customer. So the same I would be putting in detail over here, advance from customer account. Moving next now to the control data. In this we need to take the line item display, and the second thing we need to take is the reconciliation account. As already said, this advance from customer is an alternative reconciliation account. So when it's working as an alternative reconciliation account, we need to select the reconciliation account for the account type for which it will be working as an alternative. So we need to select from over here. This is an alternative reconciliation account for customer. So you need to select the customer here. Once you have selected this, this is what you have to do in this particular part. Moving next is to create bank and interest. So in this part we can take G001 as a filled status group. Now once you have selected these all, you can save it and your GL account is created. So you can see this pop-up. You need to just proceed it with continue, and you can see the data has saved. That means your ledger account has been created. That description and all the things you can again have a look onto this. So this is your account, advance from customer account, control account you can see over here, and then the create bank account is it. So this is what the first part basically that we need to assign. We need to create a GL account which will be used as an advanced GL over here in this. Now moving to the second configuration step is to define an alternative reconciliation account. So we have created the alternative reconciliation account, that is advance from customer account, but we need to assign this against the special GL indicator. So we need to go to this path, or there could be a transaction code OBXR which we can move to. So if you move to the transaction /n OBXR, enter, now you can see that this will show you only the customer part of special GL indicator. So in this you can see the account type, that is D, and this D represent to the customer. Now moving over here, you can see two things. First is your down payment request, and second is over here is your down payment A. So you can use this down payment A as a part of your indicator. So we will be creating a down payment indicator over here. There are certain indicators which are already defined. You can use them. So I would be using indicator A. Double click on it. It will ask you the chart of account. So you need to fill the chart of account and then proceed, continue. And you can see in this there is a reconciliation account, there is a special GL account. Special GL account is known as the alternative reconciliation account, and reconciliation account is the account which you have assigned in the customer master, on the basis of which all the customer transactions values automatically goes to the GL account. So we need to take the reconciliation account over here. Let's select F4 from your keyboard, function 4. So in this we can see that there is a list of GL account, out of which relates to the customer. So you need to choose out of this which is your customer account, and you can see that this was your service customer account which we assigned when we created the customer. So you need to select this service customer account, and against this account we need to take the special GL account, that is the alternative reconciliation account that we just created in the previous step, that is advance from customer. So a special GL account is known as the account which we just created as alternative reconciliation account. So let's select this, enter. Now over here you can see that we have created this GL list now 200003, that is advance from customer account. That is what we will be selecting over here. So now you can see that this special GL account will work as an alternative account for the reconciliation account, that is this. So this is what you need to take, and then you can go to this properties. You can check the properties as well. Now do you want to save the data first? Yes. Okay. Now you can see this, there are certain options over here which is already defined. So what you do over here is you need to take this off, and you just have to mark this commitments warning. So this is what you need to check. That's it. Save it, and your customization for indicator A, that is down payment, has been done. Moving back, now this is one of the thing which we have done. The another thing is that we will be making down payment request as well. So for down payment request creation, you need to go to this down payment request. It is always a standard, that is F. We always use this as an F as an indicator. So double click on this. You don't need to assign any GL over here, because when we create a down payment request, it never hits any of the accounts. So what you need to do over here is you need to go to properties, and you just have to take care that over here the noted item is there, and you just have to take care that whatever the special GL indicator you are using that have been assigned over here. Like I just created and assigned the ledger accounts or the GL account to my special GL indicator, that is A. So you just have to take care that over here also that A has been assigned. Then only you can create a down payment request against an indicator A. So this is what you need to take care. Okay, save, go back. So this is what you need to do as a part of your configuration in the second step. So in the second step, we just created an indicator A, and we have assigned the GL account, that is the alternative reconciliation account, against the reconciliation account. So this is what the configurations which are supposed to be done for down payment of a customer. That's it. Now we can move and we can do some unit testings that all our customization are working fine or not. So let's move and try some of the transactions to check that all the business transactions are working fine. So first we'll be moving to create a down payment request. As discussed, there are two scenarios. First is we will be making down payment with the help of a down payment request, and the second we will be making, or we will be having a down payment without any request. So let's move to the scenario 1, that is receiving down payment with a down payment request. So moving to the transaction, F-37, enter. Now over here you need to select the date. Suppose I take the date as 15th, that I am making the down payment request on 15th of November. You need to put the reference if you want to. Now over here you need to select the customer account to whom you want to make a down payment request. So we'll be selecting a customer account, enter. So you can see this is the customer over here, Xerox LLC. We can double click over here, and now you can see this target spatial gel indicator. That means by which spatial gel indicator you want this down payment to be created. In a practical scenario, there are many spatial gel indicators which are used by the company. So there could be A, there could be B, C, X, Y, and out of those couple of them, you or the business user has to decide that out of them from which indicator the user will be processing the down payment. So that is what you need to the user need, or you need to select the indicator from over here. So as we have defined only indicator A, I will be taking indicator A as a target spatial gel indicator. But if you have multiple indicators, you can decide some other indicators as well, by which you will be processing your down payment request. So this is what you need to take. Now once we have done, we can click on to the enter. Okay, there is no spatial gel account defined, account empty. Okay, so let's see why this is coming up. So we need to select this. So there is a error message coming up over here. That's what we need to do in this is let's analyze it. Again, moving to the customization, that is OBXR. In this down payment request, we need to maintain the GL account over here. So you need to select the GL, and against that the alternative account. That's what we have missed. We need to maintain it. So that's what has been maintained. Save it. Okay, so you need to maintain your GL account in down payment request as well. So once we have done, now next move to the testing part. F-37, enter, select the date, customer A. Now we can enter on the keyboard, and now you can see that the screen has moved to the second screen. Here you need to put the amount, how much amount of down payment you want to receive from the customer or have received. So suppose I put up as $10,000 as a amount which I would be receiving. In this business area, you need to select your business area. So for that you need to go to click on F4, and you can select the business area 1210. The due date, you can fill anything after the, suppose I take it as 16/11/2014. And if there is anything you need to put up as a text part, you can go and you can fill your text over here. So text will be